Ja, kommen.
Also ich habe gerade gelesen,
Ja.
der Marsch von der Kaserne, man kann Blaurot Uniformen in Bärenfell mitnehmen, quer durch die Kopenhagener Innenstadt. Insider-Tipp: Am Schloss Amalienburg ist es mittags oft sehr voll. Wenn Sie die Soldaten ganz nah sein wollen.
Wir sind die einzigen Bullis, die mit diesem Ding auch rumlaufen.
Şarj ediyorum ya.
Vámonos, que nos vamos a forrar aquí.
Adiós, patitos.
Adiós, Patito. Also,
Ja.
wir werden es nicht mehr.
Da, ein Schloss.
Ich da jetzt nicht bis zur nächsten Wache.
Was ist denn fertig? Ich stehe noch.
Ja, klar, aber die Sache. Der eine Chef, der andere Chef, das andere ist. Also wir müssen dann öfter jetzt hier mal den Vogel gucken.
Oh, Fahrradtour. Radtour von linker Seite.
Hallo, hier ist das Fotomotiv.
Ach so.
Hier.
Nee, Malmö.
Malmö.
Okay, das bleibt sein. Du darfst nicht mehr. Sätta sig där lag.
Hello everybody and welcome on board. How are we feeling today? Perfect. I'm glad to hear. Alright, before we start with the tour, I would like to give you some safety instructions because your safety is our highest priority. During this tour we will sail under many bridges that are quite low and narrow. It is therefore really important that you stay seated, minding your heads, keeping your arms and elbows inside of the boat, and that you do not touch the bridges. Furthermore, smoking on board is not permitted, neither is vaping. Life vests can be found underneath the seats in case of an emergency, and then please stay behind the staircase area here in the front of the boat. Og så vil jeg også høre, om der er nogen, der kunne tænke sig turen på dansk, så må man godt række hånden i vejret. Yes, goddag og velkommen ombord alle sammen. Før vi starter med guidningen, så vil jeg gennemgå nogle sikkerhedsinstruktioner. Vi skal nemlig sejle under en masse broer i dag, og de kan være rigtig lave og smalle. Og derfor er det vigtigt, at man bliver siddende, passer på sit hoved, holder arme og albuer inden for båden, og at man ikke rører ved broerne. Derudover så er rygning ikke tilladt, det er heller, man må heller ikke bruge e-cigaretter. Sikkerhedsveste kan findes under sæderne. Og så skal man holde sig bag ved trappeområdet her forrest. Så for enden af Nyhavn, så for at tillade, at store skibe kunne sejle helt ind til centrum af byen og aflevere deres last. Here next to Nyhavn, we have the Royal Theatre's Playhouse on our left-hand side from 2008. The building was designed by a group of Danish architects called Lundgaard and Tranberg, and then it opened with a production of Hamlet written by William Shakespeare. Nu på vores venstre side kan vi også se Det Kongelige Teaters skuespil. Furthermore, the upper house contains all in all 17 levels, where 5 of these are located underground. They go down to a underground parking lot, and there are also many rooms inside of the upper house, such as the main auditorio, which we can see behind of the glass. Back then served as the royal castle. So, in order to minimize the fire risk caused by these wooden ships, hedder Holmen, og det er et gammelt militært område, der består af 5 kunstigt anlagte øer, hvor den ældste er tilbage fra 1685. Flåden anlagde tilbage i 1600-tallet Holmen som en flådestation og som en fortøjningsplads for gamle træskibe. Havnen plejede nemlig at være domineret af de her gamle træskibe, fordi de var lavet af træ og sprændt ned en gang imellem, og de gjorde også, at der var mange bygninger inde i byen, der brændte ned, såsom Christiansborg Slot, der på daværende tidspunkt fungerede som kongeslot. Og for at undgå eller minimere brandfaren, så flyttede man altså skibene herud til Holmen i stedet for. I dag er Holmen et moderne beboelsesområde, både med lejligheder og huse, og samtidig er det hjemsted for mange af Danmarks kunstneriske uddannelser. And if you take a look now on your right hand side, you can see some vehicles. Some of them are also museum ships, such as the grey one with the number F352 written on the side. It is called the frigate Peder Skram, that was constructed in the royal family celebrated Olavsøka, which is the national day of the Faroe Islands. The ship is also one among only 2 existing royal yachts in the world. The other one belongs to the Norwegian royal family. Her på højre side har vi kongeskibet Dannebrog fra 1932, et af de Et blandt kun 2 eksisterende kongekanoner bliver faktisk stadig brugt i dag, da de affyrer hele 2 gange dagligt for at markere henholdsvis solopgang om morgenen og solopgang om aftenen. And the huge area we have on our right-hand side is called Refshaleøen, that was established as an extension of the industrialized areas in Copenhagen because the industries needed more space. Nowadays, there's a lot of these old industrial buildings that have been taken over by creative and cultural businesses. There's a huge cultural environment out here, and a lot of festivals are also organizers are hosting festivals out here. Last week we had O-Days festival out here at the dock, a electronic-based local festival here from Thursday to Saturday. It was really fun. I was there. I can say it was a lot of fun, a lot of beers, and a lot of concerts. But in general, there are a lot of festivals held out in this place during the summer. As well as at the end of the dock, you will also find another festive place here in the harbor, which is Reffen, the largest street food market in Northern Europe, with foods from all over the world. Og herinde på vores højre side, der har vi Refshaleøen, som er et gammelt industriområde, der blev bygget som en udvidelse af de industrialiserede områder i København fra omkring 1850'erne. Samtidig så er der rigtig mange, eller der er et stort eksisterende kulturelt og kunstnerisk miljø herude. Flere kunstmuseer og festivaler har deres base herude. Man har lige holdt O-Days her for et par dage siden, en københavnsk festival, og der er generelt rigtig mange andre festivaler, der får. Take one of our hop-on hop-off buses, which will take you directly out here. She has been sitting here in Langelinie, as this place is called, for more than 110 years. And she was also a gift donated to Copenhagen by the Carlsberg breweries. There was a brewer called Carl Jacobsen, who was the son of the founder of the breweries, and he was really fond of going to the theater. And at some point he went to the Royal Theatre, where he watched the play based on The Little Mermaid. Afterwards he felt completely in love with the character. So much in love that he wanted to share his joy with the rest of Copenhagen. Sightseeing tours and a commuting route between Copenhagen and Aarhus, the second largest city in Denmark. It takes approximately 45 minutes between the two cities. Moderne forbrændingsanlæg. Amager Bakke blev tegnet af arkitekten Bjarke Engels og åbnet i 2018. Og Bjarke Engels er samtidig også en arkitekt, der tænker ret meget ud af boksen. Derfor så har han også anlagt en skibakke på taget af forbrændingsanlægget, hvilket betyder, at man altså kan tage en skilift hele vejen op til toppen og stå på ski ned ad taget. Og det kan man gøre i løbet af hele året, da underlaget består af kunstgræs. On the right-hand side of the harbor, we have an area called Frederiksstaden. It is a residential area, also home to some companies, and also these 3 beautiful warehouses we have further down the dock. They were established in the 18th century and are a very important part of the Danish colonial history. The first warehouse was established by the West Indies Company, a company that sailed colonial goods across the Atlantic Ocean from the former Danish colonies in the Caribbean. They are nowadays called St. Croix, St. Thomas and St. John. They were colonized to the harbor face with the left with the 5 chimneys. You can also observe the change of the Royal Guards every day at 12 o'clock at the Palace Square. Right behind of Amalienborg, you can also see the dome of the Marble Church, the largest church in Scandinavia, from 1752. Og her på vores højre side, last year, they were designed by a group of Danish architects called Kobe. And among other architects, they also got a nickname called the Toblerone buildings, because they kind of look like the Toblerone chocolates. Og her på vores venstre side, der har vi Papirøen, som er a neighborhood in order to attract Dutch merchants to Copenhagen and invite them to live here in the city. He also offered them tax freedom and free housing in Christianshavn. Unfortunately, his plan kind of failed, because we didn't see the arrival of any Dutch merchants to Copenhagen, and Christianshavn became a place to call home for Danish fishermen instead. Nu nærmer vi os Christianshavns kanal.
Die nächste Brücke. Ich dachte, wir die Brücke da drauf.
Okay, komm her.
We're approaching another bridge. Please stay seated. Thank you. Og vi nærmer os en bro, så vi ikke bliver siddende tak. Efter broen kan man til gengæld se den flotte Vor Frelser Kirke på vores venstre side. Hvis man kunne tænke sig et billede af kirken, er det en god idé at telefon klar eller sætte kamera. Right after the bridge, we can see the Church of Our Savior on our left-hand side. If you want to have a photo of the church, it's a good idea to have your camera ready.
Ja, det er
It is
godt.
famous for its beautiful tower, which has an exterior staircase on the outside, which goes all the way to the top.
Vi har børn.
Circle bridge designed by Olafur Eliasson, a half Danish, half Icelandic artist, and the bridge opening. It is a new department of the Royal Library. And the reason why it's called the Black Diamond is, first of all, because it's black, but because the material of the facade is granite, black granite from Zimbabwe, which has a crystalline structure. So when it is exposed to direct sunlight, it has a diamond effect. Also, the building tilts 7 degrees to the harbor, so when the sun shines at the water surface, the light reflects to the facade of the building, which gives it this diamond effect. Her på vores højre side, der har vi den sorte diamant fra 1999. Det er den nye del af det kongelige bibliotek samtidig. Thank you, og venligst bliv siddende, tak, fordi vi skal tage sejl under Marmorbroen. Og Marmorbroen samt de 2 pavilloner op på vores... meal or to rent a kayak. I'll come back to that in a moment. Og herovre på højre side, der har vi kajakbar. Et dejligt sted at få noget at spise eller noget at drikke, eller årsagen til, at havnebadene eksisterer. And after the inner harbor bridge here in front of us, we're going to turn to the left, and then we will be back in Nyhavn, where we started the camp. Og nu er vi altså tilbage her i Nyhavn, hvor jeg også vil begynde at fortælle jer lidt om H.C. Andersen, fordi han boede faktisk her i området i mere end 20 år af sit liv, på hele 3 adresser. Og det var blandt andet i nummer 67, det er den hvide bygning, vi har her på højre side med de 3 rækker af vinduer og det sorte træ. Det sorte tag hedder det. Hans Christian Andersen, he really loved living here in Nyhavn, mainly because the area is located really close to the Royal Theatre. It is at the end of the canal to the left. That is nowadays where the ballets are performed. That used to be the playhouse as well until 2008. But in there he went to see many plays and performances to get inspiration to write his fairy tales. So, and at some point he watched a play, and then he got the inspiration to write. He got inspiration to write The Little Mermaid, which he also finished here while he lived in Nyhavn. It was also while he lived here that he wrote The Ugly Duckling, actually. Now we have the Nyhavns Bridge coming up again, so please stay seated, everybody. Thank you. Og nu skal vi sejle under.
Tina. Nudden. Oh, Dennis, wo sieht lecker aus.
So, Mama. Dein Wunsch.
Andere Straße auch, ne? Aber nicht schlimm.
Nee, das ist schon.
Hier er mein Geschäft. Temiz.
Das war alles auf dem
They could do that, but I guess yeah. I saw people put it up. You get a country license. So let me read what that shirt said.